Hello, today I'm going to talk to you about temper tantrums. If you have young children, or maybe some not so young children who have difficulty with their emotions, temper tantrums are no stranger to you or your home. I'm going to empathize with you. Temper tantrums are hard. I have a 3 and 5-year-old at home, and my 5-year-old's getting better, but that 3-year-old, he has so many emotions and he can be so loud. And I am an introverted person. I tend to be quite quiet about my emotions, and so this loud, explosive expressiveness of emotions in my home has been quite different and challenging for me to handle. But I want to give you some practical strategies for how to manage these temper tantrums, and also give your children skills to help themselves begin to manage their own emotions on their own. So one of the first things that we need to do for our children, and even for ourselves, this might be new for you, I know it was new for me as I was learning all about psychology and therapy and all of those things, is that we are often not very good at recognizing what's going on with us. We might feel all hyped up or anxious, or just our body is buzzing, or these different sensations, and we often don't make the connection between that maybe sick feeling in our stomach and anxiety, or the urge to run away and fear. All of these emotions, sensations that we experience in our body are connected to emotions. And when we're able to label what's happening with us, we're able to get more power and more control over ourselves. So you can't really fix a problem if you don't know what the problem is, right? So we do this for ourselves, and in turn we teach our children to do this for themselves. So for example, my 3-year-old gets angry often, and so what I've done for him is say, "Hey buddy, you seem really angry. Your face is going like this, and your fists are going like this, and you just hit your brother. It seems like you're really angry." And so I've made that connection for him of he's feeling out of control in his body. He doesn't know why. All he knows is he wants to lash out. And so I've said, "Buddy, you're angry." And so what I'll do now that we've established that is when I see him getting really angry, I'll say, "Hey, make your best angry face." And he's got a fantastic angry face. And so he'll do it. And I'll say, "Okay, ball your fists." And so instead of him going after his brother to hit him, he can just feel the feeling in his body and identify what's going on. And then once we do that, I will direct him to an appropriate area to deal with that anger. So we have punching bags. We have a safe spot where people, children, adults, anybody in the family can go to have some of their big emotions without hurting or projecting those emotions onto the rest of the family. So not only do I help my children identify what's going on inside of them, but I also give them tools to deal with it. Anger, for example, with these temper tantrums is not bad. It is not wrong to be angry. They can be angry about whatever they want. It could be ridiculous in your mind. It could be that they asked for a specific yogurt, and you had 2 of that same yogurt in the fridge, and you gave them 1 and opened it and got the spoon in there, and they throw a fit because they wanted the other one, which is exactly the same. Yes, this has happened in my house last week. So instead of giving in and giving him that other yogurt cup, I helped him identify how he was feeling and then gave him strategies for dealing with it. We got it figured out. There was some negotiation involved, which is not a bad thing, but it was resolved. And instead of having this idea, I recognize that I've had this idea, and you might be able to relate to me, of the goal is to make the temper tantrums stop, right? The noise is awful, the fit is awful, everybody's feeling out of control, it's just not comfortable. But I would challenge you, as I challenge myself, to change my goal. The goal is not to end the temper tantrum. The goal is to give the child emotional support and validation, which leads them, as we also provide them skills, practical skills, to being able to regulate themselves. when we try to suppress and end that temper tantrum as quickly as possible, we are teaching children that their feelings are not important and that they should just stuff it. And then the problem with that is it comes out sideways later. Through, fighting with a sibling, or pulling the dog's tail, being mean to friends, screaming at us later, things like that. So it becomes misdirected. So instead, we want to deal with the issue right then and there, give them tools to do it, and then it's over. And then they've learned. And every time that we can walk through a temper tantrum with our kids in this way, the better they're going to get at it, the more regulated they're going to be. And when we get to the second adolescence, the teenage years, they say these like 3, 4, 5, that's kind of the first adolescence. I have a 3-nager right now, totally a 3-nager. Then the second adolescence, the real adolescence, is a lot more manageable. So hopefully these have been some practical skills and ideas for you, and maybe gave a perspective change on what we're supposed to be doing with those temper tantrums. And I want to encourage you, keep up the good work. Fight the good fight. These kids are worth it. You're worth it. You're doing really important work. Stay the course.